So without any further ado, we're talking Ichiro. He's probably going to be in the Keys as well. Northwest Ford Stores, keys to the game.
You have such great insight.
Yeah, I read too.
Yeah, well, well, we're going to go right to that particular topic, BOP at the top. Well, this is where the Mariners really got it done last night. Oh, Ichiro and Figgins and Gutierrez, they got 10 hits between them. And the big thing is when these guys get on base, they put pressure on the pitcher. It had a damaging effect on Matsusaka. And then, of course, Gutierrez, not only can he run, he hit some balls in the alley and drove in some runs. You get a couple of doubles. So that's what we're going to look for in that particular key. Number 2, 5 and fly. Let's be honest, David Pauly's done a great job, 10 of 11, 5+, but he really struggles the third time around. So recognize that. Get your bullpen ready. You've got Ryan Rowland-Smith and Garrett Olson available, and they may get a lot of action with 4 left-handers in the Red Sox lineup. Last but not least, the 5-day hangover. I don't know about a 5-day hangover in real life, but in baseball terms, Clay Buchholz is coming off his worst start of the year. 1 inning plus, 5 runs, 5 earned against Oakland. He walked 4. We're hoping for a little bit of doubt being cast here that may have a hangover effect on him today.
I think some of the members of our crew might know what a 5-day hangover would feel like. Certainly not us out here.
No, never.
But maybe Buchholz will feel that as well. And the Mariners hopefully break the 6-game streak and avoid a sweep to the Red Sox and knock Buchholz off that short list, maybe, of Cy Young contenders. Felix going on Friday. Hopefully he'll bolster his chance. With Red Sox and Mariners coming up, first pitch on the way. Enjoy the game. We'll see you after for the postgame show.
Well, a bit of moisture in the air this afternoon here in Seattle as you have a look over at Viaduct out toward the Space Needle. We have the roof on here at Safeco Field, and we get set for the final game, the final meeting of the year between the Seattle Mariners and the Boston Red Sox, and we wish you a very pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Dave Niehaus along with Mike Lowers, and welcome one more time. The Red Sox leave town. The Mariners have tomorrow off. And then over the weekend, a visit from the Texas Rangers. But the M's trying to snap a 6-game losing streak, and if they are going to do so, well, they'll have to do it against one of the best.
Yeah, Clay Buchholz is really having a nice year. Already 15 games this year he's won. Struggled in his last outing. Mariners scored 6 runs in last night's ballgame, so hopefully they can get some run support for David Pauley.
All right, let's quickly have a look at the Boston Red Sox batting order this afternoon.
Leading things off will be the veteran Marco Scutaro. Then it's Kalish, Martinez, Ortiz with the big home run in last night's game. Beltre, Nava, Reddick, Anderson, and Navarro, the young shortstop, will hit ninth. Numbers for David Pauley: 65 2/3 innings pitched so far for him this year, 37 strikeouts. Opponent's average 258.
So David Pauley has been the victim basically of one bad inning here and there since having a spot in the rotation, and he sends in a strike to Marco Scutaro. He'd like to just eliminate that, and I think he'd be fine.
As a young pitcher, you figure out ways. It's called damage control, Dave. You don't let those innings get away from you. Sometimes you're going to give up 1 or 2 runs, but you just don't want it to turn into 4 or 5.
Strike 2, 67 degrees as we begin play this afternoon. A very nice day temperature-wise. And it's down low and outside. I'm sure you've looked around your neighborhood and noticed some changes, particularly to the flora in your neighborhood. The maples are turning and different plants are putting on their autumnal glow. It is becoming a very, very beautiful time of the year here. 2-2 the count. Yeah, hard ground ball, base hit into center field. So Scutaro aboard with a leadoff single.
Take a look at the defense behind Pauley this afternoon. Will be Saunders, Gutierrez, and Ichiro in the outfield. Left side of the infield is Lopez. Chris Woodward getting the start over at shortstop. Figgins and Kochman on the right side of the infield, and Adam Moore will do the catching.
And here's the rookie center fielder, Ryan Kalish. That's away. Doug Gettings is the man calling balls and strikes this afternoon. There he is. One. And that's a line drive to second, throwback to first, not quite in time. So Scutaro quickly scrambling to get back to the bag at first. That's some pretty good base running by Scutaro.
It really was. Watch him get his secondary lead. Ball hit on the button. One more step. Figgins gets rid of it quickly. Can't get a lot on the throw because he's moving to his left. But that is some good base running by Scutaro, who gets back quickly.
And Victor Martinez will be the hitter. Again, back behind the plate this afternoon. He was at first base last night. Sending over for a strike. Red Sox continue to be 7 back with high hopes, but time is running out. Only 16 more games for the Mariners after this one. And a high pop-up. Get into fairly deep right field. And Ichiro will get back there in plenty of time. And we would certainly like to welcome the Japanese ambassador to the United States, who is here in attendance today, Ichiro Fujisaki. He's in attendance, paying us the honor of a visit. addressing the crowd before the ball game. It's nice to have the ambassador here with us. Here's the man who did the damage last night. David Ortiz, a 3-run home run. Bring the Red Sox from behind, and they won it 9-6. Change down low to him, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Breaking ball, it's too low. Ball 2, 2, and 1. And a ground ball to shortstop with a shift on. Only the shortstop happens to be the third baseman, Lopez, playing over there. And he gets a force out at second base. So here in the
then Branyan, Gutierrez, Kochman, Lopez, Saunders, Moore, Chris Woodward getting a start at shortstop. He will hit ninth. Clay Buchholz really having a nice year. 2.53 ERA, 152 and 2/3 innings pitched for him. 104 strikeouts. Opponent's average just 232.
Last 2 outings have been rather rocky, however. He didn't get out of the second inning. As a matter of fact, he only had 1 inning of work against the eighth before he's knocked out in the second in his last outing. As Ichiro takes the fastball over the outside corner, 0-1. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. This kid's got all the weapons. He's got a good fastball, a great curveball, a good changeup. He's pitched a no-hitter. And a ground ball, 1 hopper, right back to the mound.
Take a look at the defense behind Buchholz this afternoon. Nava, Kalish, and Reddick in the outfield. Across the infield, Beltre and Navarro getting the start at shortstop. Scudero and Anderson on the right side of the infield. And the veteran, Jason Varitek, will be behind the plate. Actually, Victor Martinez behind the plate today. Sorry about that.
Here's Figgy, who's been blazing hot. Figgy had a big night last night. He had 4 hits. And that's outside ball, 1 ball, and no strikes to count. Matter of fact, 1 and 2 hitters in the lineup last night went 7 for 8. Ichiro and Figgins. fastball for a strike. I don't know why it seems unusual to me. I don't know if it does to you, Mike, to see a number 11 pitcher. I can't remember the last number 11 pitcher.
I can't either. I hadn't thought about it until you just pointed it out. That'll bug me for the rest of the afternoon. But
1-2 and too high with fastball. 2-2. Wrong with it is just that
no, it's unusual though.
I don't remember any 11s in the back of pitchers. And that fastball backs him off a little bit inside, not by much, and the count full now, 3-2. There he is, big man on deck, Russell Brandon. Line drive and up the ladder that time. The youngster, Navarro, Yamaiko Navarro, getting the start at shortstop here this afternoon.
Thought maybe he jumped a little bit early, but he was able to hang in the air and take this line drive away from Figgins. Right on the end of the glove. Able to hang on to it. Nice athletic play by Navarro.
And here's Ryan. And Russell, a fly ball to deep right field, and that baby's gonna fly away. So Russell Branyan got a fastball, and he rips it out for his 25th home run of the year, and the Mariners lead it 1-0. And Clay Buchholz doesn't give up that many home runs. That's only the 9th home run that he has given up all year long. But a fastball that time down the middle. 1-0 Mariners.
Tried to get ahead of Russell, and Russell had it geared up from the time he left the on-deck circle. Take a look at this fastball, middle. Another one of those towering high home runs from Russell Branyan. As Dave mentioned, his 25th home run of the year.
And Gutierrez will be the hitter. Mariners 91st home run of the year. Boston hit 3 last night. They have 190. Change up that time. Missing.
He's topped out at 96 so far. Breaking ball 82. It's a big sweeping curveball, and then he throws a harder one. Try to bounce it, get the hitters to chase it.
And a change that time. Beauty. And another hook that time. Down he goes. Big overhand curveball. The first one we've seen. But he's got a good one, as you saw on that last pitch. Long ball for Branyan. The Mariners are on the board and lead it 1-0. taking a sinker, a little bit outside, ball one ball, and no strikes to count. Adrian Beltre has the best batting average on the road of anybody this year in the American League. 335.
And he's hitting 328 overall, so he's done well on the road and at home.
Paulie behind, 3-0. And Daniel Nava. 4 pitches. Not a good sign. As he walks Adrian Beltre, and here comes a switch hitter, Nava. Double play depth as Chris Woodward is getting the call at shortstop here this afternoon. From Josh Wilson's spot. Strike over the outside corner, 0-1 to count. There's Woody, who entered the year last year in a Boston Red Sox uniform. Strikes on Nava.
So far, Paulie topping out at 91 miles an hour. So he has good movement on his fastball. It's just a matter of whether he can command it.
Nava pop up into straightaway left field. So 1 down. Saunders. An easy catch out there, and that'll bring up Josh Reddick, rookie right fielder. I think you can tell a lot about an organization when you have as many injuries as Boston has, and you have to constantly, almost seems like on a weekly basis, plug somebody else into that position for a lengthy bit of time and still be competitive. And the Red Sox have been able to do that because of the strength of their farm system.
Yeah, absolutely they have, and today's a good example of that. It was the last time, mid-September, you saw a Red Sox club that is going with Nava, Kalish, and Reddick in their outfield. Exactly. All kids.
Speaking of the Mariner kids, they'll be in action again tonight at the AAA level in Memphis. Congratulations to the Rainiers. They won yesterday 5-3 against Memphis. Best of 5 series against the Redbirds.
Justin Smoke, I believe, with a home run in that game.
He did. Mike Wilson had one too. Strike at the knees. 2-1. Got him out in front a little bit. It's a can of corn out there to second baseman Figgins, barely on the outfield grass. And here comes another one of the Red Sox kids, Lars Anderson.
Lars had a double in the left center field gap on Monday. Only 12 at-bats so far for him. 3 hits and 12 at-bats. A couple of RBIs.
You don't think he's Danish, do you?
What gives you that idea?
Lars Anderson. One and 0. And that's into the gap, but it's going to be closed in a hurry out there by, I think, the best center fielder in baseball. As Franklin Gutierrez runs it down, and here in the second, a man left. We'll go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Mariners. Buckholz. And he takes a strike over the outside corner. There are horses for courses, and certainly Kochman is a horse for this course because he is 5 for 6 against Clay Buckholz. And a high chopper. Going to be a tough play. Backhand flip to first. Not in time. And he's 6 for 7. Terry's going to argue the call by the first base umpire, Dana Demuth. You know he's going to lose the argument, but he's got to show up out there. Have a look at it.
It's a tough play. The left-handed first baseman Lars Anderson having the backhand flip it. He catches it, but I think they said he missed the base. It looks like he's off the base there and maybe catches it coming back, and that's what Buckholz was saying, that he kicked it with his toe. First base umpire Dana Demuth disagrees.
Looks like he's a straddler, to tell you the truth.
Hard to tell.
Yeah.
Buckholz was upset by it, though. I know that.
And Lopez now will be at the plate. And that's a fair ball. Third baseman Beltre. He hit the stands down there. And the throw to second base, and sliding in is Jose Lopez. So Kochman goes from first to third. The Mariners open for business here in the second with runners at second and third and nobody out. And again, we're in a situation that has just plagued the Mariners all year long. As you look at that ball, get by the third baseman. They have runners at second and third, and baby, you've got to cash in here.
You would like, fundamentally, you should be able to get 2 runs out of this situation. Saunders up there. The Red Sox playing their infield back. A ground ball to second. Get the runner in and move Lopez up. Fly ball probably does the same if it's deep enough.
Saunders takes one off the plate. If you're Clay Buckholz and you're coming off an outing like he had against Oakland, when he couldn't get out of the second inning, and the second inning here starts like this, you've got runners at second and third, your mind starts to play games on you, I would think. As that pitch is inside, ball 2, as if to say, is it here we go again?
Well, especially after the play at first when he felt like he touched the base, didn't get the call. And then the next pitch is a base hit or a double down the line. 19 pitches for him so far. He's throwing strikes, 12 strikes, 7 balls.
Outside and step through, and they get him at third base. Casey Kochman. My Lord. That can't happen.
Adrian Beltre, we've seen him put this play on a lot. Martinez, no hesitation. Beltre puts that play on. Casey just cannot get back. Too far down the line. That's a perfect pitch to throw on, too. Just kind of almost like a pitch out getting him going that way. But Beltre is the one that put that play on.
3-1 on Saunders. Well, the Mariners should have the bases loaded with nobody out. Instead, they've got runners at first and second with 1 down. And Adam Moore, the catcher, will be the hitter. Victor Martinez going out there telling the young man, hey, you're a ground ball away from getting out of this. Got the catcher up. Let's go after him. Don't think it's hit hard enough for two. It's not. They get one. And the runner's moving up. Lopez to third and Saunders to second. Well, you're looking for a unique way to entertain clients, reward employees, build memories with your family. Sign up now. For 2011 Mariners season tickets, you'll receive significant savings and choose from a variety of flexible ticket plans. Come to the front of the line by calling 206-346-4001 right now. Lock in your seats for next year. Chris Woodward, 1-1 on him. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
He hasn't thrown many breaking balls, but that was a good one. Doug Eddings not giving him the call. It was right on the outside corner.
Yep. Ground ball back to the mound and the underhand to first base. And this inning deserves a Yogi Berraism. Deja vu all over again. The second inning, the height of frustration again for the Mariners. They lead at 1-0 as Michael Navarro takes a strike. 1-1 to count. Doing a shortstop from the Dominican Republic. Change at the knees. Only 1:23. High chopper. 2-hopper in. Woody guns him out. Fun time. AT&T trivia time. Which family members were the first to hit successive home runs in the major leagues? Was it Big and Little Poison? Was it Cleet and Ken Boyer? Was it Felipe and Matty Alou? Or was it the juniors? Was it the seniors and the juniors of the Griffey family? Which two were the first to hit successive home runs? Marco Scudero taking down low.
I would just have to take a guess, and I would guess the Boyers.
Would you?
That would be my guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I would guess the Boyers probably.
I'm going to go with the Wainers. The Pirates. Way back when.
About when?
Huh?
About when? 40s, 50s?
Oh, no, earlier than that.
Really?
And breaking ball inside, say around 1937, 38.
Felipe Alou was my manager in A-ball.
Is that right?
Yep. And I watched him. He was going back to San Francisco for an old-timers game. And I watched him take batting practice for about a week with us before he went back to the game. And I'll tell you what, he could still hit line drives. I mean, it was impressive. Great shape. Nice man. Good baseball man. Really learned a lot.
Giants had Felipe, Matty, and Jesus all in the same outfield at one time. And a high fly ball. Easily out there in left center field. So 2 down. We are told that was in 1963 on this date that the three Alou brothers played in the same outfield.
Yeah, it'd be a thrill for them, wouldn't it?
Unbelievable, yeah. I don't know this for a fact, but I'm venturing to say that's the only three-brother outfit that ever did it. Strike on the inside corner.
I think so.
In the same game? Has to be.
Has to be. Who was the best player out of the bunch? Felipe?
I would say, yeah. Best manager.
I would say, yeah.
And a line drive right to left, and Saunders takes care of that. Here in the third, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. 1-0, Mariners. And lead it off. A salute from the Marines. Ichiro and Sean Figgins last night, as we mentioned, went 7 for 8. scored 5 runs. Ichiro scored 4 of them and had a couple of RBIs as Ichiro takes outside ball 1. Play Buckholz. A man from Texas. Easy two-hopper. And Scudero throws him out. I'll just give you the answer to our AT&T trivia question. The fans said, junior and senior, 75% of you. 75% of you. Oh, ye of little faith. Lloyd and Paul Winter, 75 years ago today, were the first family members to hit successive home runs in a major league game. And Sean Figgins will step up to the plate. Junior and senior, by the way, did it 20 years ago today down in Anaheim. 20 years ago yesterday, I should say, against Kirk McCaskill of the Angels. One on Figgy. Play Buckholz. Makes his home in Lumberton, Texas. I don't know where Lumberton is, but you Texans probably do. 1-2. I have a friend that says there's only one thing wrong with Texas. Too many Texans there. 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a foul. They're told that Lumberton is near the Louisiana border, East Texas. 8,700. Nice job, Curtis. 1-2 pitch. Down low and inside. 2-2. Is there a better or more persnickety producer in baseball television than Curtis Wilson?
I don't think so.
I don't either.
I think he spends at least half the day amusing himself.
Trying to get under your skin.
Yeah.
Usually accomplishes it too. 3-2 pitch toward the hole and through by the diving second baseman Scudero. So Figgy continues to be red hot. He's got an 8-game hitting streak.
And with this base hit, he gets a little bit closer to 260. Those average continuing to go up. He struggled so mightily end of May this year. He's hitting 211. Since then, he's hitting over 280. So his average has climbed quite a bit. Speaking of Texas, we can call him our own, but Seattle had its own Texan up here in the booth with us last night, Jay Buhner.
Yep. Oh, he's born in Louisville.
Is he?
Oh, yeah, he's a Kentucky.
Even though he grew up in Texas?
Yeah. Chuck Armstrong's from Louisville.
Oh, okay.
Old Bluegrass State natives. Russell Branyan on that first pitch home run in the first inning now has the count 0-1. at our Coors Light Cold Hard Blast replay, and here it is. Branyan shot. Towering shot into the seats in right field in the first inning. So far, our only run of the ball game. Estimated at 375 feet. Check swing, and it's a strike.
It's a good changeup from Buchholz.
Changeup. So with 2 down, Mr. Gutierrez will be the hitter. And Buchholz, that's his second strikeout. Breaking ball for a strike. Got the perfect pitching body, doesn't he?
Yep.
6'3", lean, 190. Great mechanics.
He has basically stayed fastball, changeup. He's only thrown a couple of breaking balls. And for me, I think his break ball, his curveball, is one of his better pitches, but he has not gone to it often in this game so far.
Last couple of years, whenever trades come along, especially with Boston, his name always comes up.
Well, you can see why people would want him. Boston obviously reluctant to give him up.
And the runner goes way outside, throw through to second base, and it's right on the money. Right to Scudero, and Sean Figgins is shot down 2-4. No runs ahead. Nobody left, so we'll move into the 4th inning of play. One lone run up there. It's the Mariners. They lead it 1-0.
Mariners are leading the Red Sox 1-0. Hi again, everybody. Rick Riz along with Mike Blowers and Blow. Both pitchers off to a good start.
They are. And how about David Pauly so far through 3 innings, giving up just the 1 hit. Only run in the game, the solo home run from Russell Branyan. So Pauly right now is doing what we needed him to do. Buchholz is one of the tougher pitchers in this league, and he's done a really nice job of keeping the Red Sox off balance.
Mariner hitters looking for that fastball early in the count, early in the ball game, and Russell got one and knew what to do with it. Leading things off for the Red Sox, catcher Victor Martinez. 0 for 1 is flat out to Ichiro in right field, down and in. 1-1. The count on Martinez will be followed by Big Papi David Ortiz and then third baseman Adrian Beltre. 41 pitches for David Pauly. On a play down the left field side. 1-2. For David Pauly, his 12th start of the year. In a recent start against the Red Sox not too long ago. That was a 5-3 loss against Boston. 2 wins this year. Those came back-to-back against Baltimore and against Cleveland. That was his first Major League win back on August the 13th when he won in Cleveland 3-2. Off speed outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Victor Martinez, switch hitter, batting from the left side where he's hitting just 244. Right-handed 400. Sends a high pop-up into right field. Ichiro coming in. He's there and makes the catch. So 1 away for the Red Sox here at the top of the 4th inning. Say, friends, catch all the action of the 2010 Major League Baseball postseason on Fox and TBS. The excitement begins October the 6th with the Division Series on TBS. Group closed this afternoon for the finale of this 3-game series. The Mariners have the day off tomorrow and then take on the Texas Rangers on Friday night. Hope to see you right here at Safeco Field. Here he is, David Ortiz, outside, ball 1. And the shift is on for Big Papi. David Ortiz last night, Blow, his 30th home run of the year. This is the 6th season he's hit 30 or more home runs. Big swing and a foul back, 1-1.
Which is impressive in itself, but I think the most impressive thing with Ortiz is his reputation of hitting those home runs late in games, game winners. And he's done it in the regular season and the postseason. And every time people start to think that maybe this is his last year, things are slowing down, another nice season for him. 30 home runs this year, 91 RBIs.
Ran late last night in relief, and he had 2 outs and nobody on in the 8th inning. He had a couple of nasty pitches there that should have been called strikes, but Victor Martinez just flared one out in left field, and that got things going for the Red Sox. And it seems like when they get going, that's when they're at their best.
Happened in a hurry. Flare, quick base hit for Beltre, and then the home run.
That pitch was out over the plate. And the 1-2 misses outside, ball 2. 2-2 the count on Ortiz. Look at the numbers for this guy over the last 5 seasons. A lot of home runs and a ton of runs batted in. Very high on base percentage and a swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him on a good off-speed pitch. 2 outs for Boston.
And he goes with a slow breaking ball. Ortiz right over the top of it. Well located. Down and on the corner.
And that's 7 in a row retired for David Pauly. Adrian Beltre leans away from ball 1. Beltre walked, leading off the top half of the 2nd. Adrian working on a 6-game hitting streak over the last 6 games, hitting .478. What a year in Boston. Breaking ball for a strike, 1-1. Changeup blowing inside, ball 2, 2-1, and Mikey's working with a good rhythm, a good pace, not wasting any time between pitches, working with Adam Warner.
And Adam, looks like they definitely are working well together. You don't see him shaking him off at all. He's going right to it.
Well hit ball deep to left field, down the line, going and going, upper deck about 7 rows back. Holy smokes. Adrian Beltre with his 28th home run of the season ties up this game at 1-1, way out of here, upper deck in left field. What a blast.
What a year he is having. Take a look at this last pitch. Middle end, we've seen this before, goes right down to his back knee, stays behind it. I mean, he just puts everything into that swing and hits it into the upper deck about 7 rows up. No doubt about that one.
Estimated right around 391 feet from home plate. David Pauly could all he could do is turn around and watch it sail way out of here. Red Sox have tied it at 1-1. Daniel Nava takes low outside, ball 1. Number 28 for Beltre. 97 runs batted in. Last time he had collected over 100 RBIs was back in the 2004 season when he was a Dodger. He had 121 RBIs that season. Came close a few years ago, had 99 with the Mariners.
Oh, by the way, with that hit, he's hitting 330. What a year.
Outstanding. 1-2 on Daniel Nava. Adrian will be an free agent during the offseason. Have some fun inside the Boston dugout. Guy's starting to get on him. He said, enough. Somebody toss some ice on him. They're trying to cool him off or what?
Put some ice on him. He's a big, strong man.
Oh, don't mess with him. He's put a couple of guys on the DL, running into 2 left fielders. Ellsbury out for a long time with fractured ribs, and Jeremy Hermida crashed it into Beltre. Adrian just flashes that smile, says, leave me alone. Nava, fly ball left field, going back. Saunders backpedaling near the 1 track, and he's there to make the catch for out number 3. But the Red Sox, 1 run, 1 big hit, upper deck left field. Adrian Beltre, game tied. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 1-1. Mariners tied 1-1, and Mike, you got some rally prize to pass out. Some nice posters.
College student from Washington State. There you go. We have Cindy and Bruce from Salem, Oregon. Hopefully, it's a little bit of a drive home. Hopefully, they'll get along. One's a Mariner fan, the other a Red Sox fan.
It'd be a long ride home if they don't, but it looks like they're very compatible. And I'm sure they're telling you right now, thanks for the rally prize. Franklin Gutierrez leading off the bottom of the 4th inning with strike 1. The next pitch is up high from play Buckles. 1 ball and 1 strike. Adrian Beltre with a long home run into the upper deck of left field in the top of this inning. His 28th home run of the year. 2-2. Hopper to short, charging Navarro, has it on the run, little double clutch, but still has time with a throw to first base to get Franklin Gutierrez one out for the Mariners here in the bottom of the fourth. Brings up Casey Kotzman. Mike, you have some friends on this Boston Red Sox ball club. First base coach Rob Leary. You guys spent some time with the Expos organization, and hitting coach Dave Magadan.
Yeah, Rob, we were actually roommates back when I was in A-ball 20-some-odd years ago.
Long time ago.
Yeah. Dave Magadan, we were teammates in Seattle and in Oakland.
1993 here, 98
in Oakland, yeah.
And you guys took care of your.
Always knew he would be a hitting coach.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
Why? Good student of the game while he was a player?
Yeah, and even as a player, because most of the time he was a pinch hitter most of his career, and a really good one, by the way.
Yeah.
But he's always somebody that when you were struggling, you could talk to about things, and he was really good about telling you what you were doing and what the pitchers were doing, and just trying to get you back on track. And here he is. He's been the hitting coach with the Red Sox for a while now. I'm not surprised by that at all.
Dave Magadan inside that Boston.
He's actually talking to Rob Leary. We're looking at TV. The guys.
Two guys are talking.
Yeah, there's Rob, catcher in the minor leagues.
I was talking with Rob a couple of nights ago. Fouled away on the first base side by Kotzman, and the count goes at 2-2. He says, "Is Mike Blowers working with you on TV?" I said, "Yes, doing a great job." He says, "I used to be roommates with Mike when we were in the Expos organization." That's when I got you on the phone. You get a chance to talk to him, say hello.
And I knew that he was with the Marlins for a while, and then I just kind of lost track of him, like you do. You know, you travel all over the place, but I'm sure he does a nice job for them. He's a catcher, another former catcher. He'll probably be a manager one day.
Jose Lopez due up next. We've got a 1-1 tie, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Roof extended this afternoon. Some cloudy skies outside of Safeco Field. Mariners trying to come away with at least one win in this series against a tough right-hander. Check swing. Did he go? He knew it. Yes, he did. Strike 3, and that is strikeout number 3 for Buchholz. 2 outs for the Mariners here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's a look, Low.
Casey didn't seem to stick around and find out. I think he felt like he did, and he did, yeah. Turned around and walked back to the dugout.
Brings up third baseman Jose Lopez.
Jose jumped on a first pitch fastball his first time up, hit a double down the left field line.
And he starts him off with that slow curveball for a strike. So you see Buchholz making adjustments from the early part of the ball game where he was starting off with a lot of fastballs, which most pitchers do.
Fastball changeup, and we've talked about it with him. He has one of the better breaking balls. He just saw one of them. He'll bounce it at times too, trying to get you to chase it. But you had to wonder if, maybe it's the second, third time through, add another pitch. And a lot of times you'll see that unless they get into trouble early, and then they might have to break it out. But a lot of times they don't want to show you everything the first time through.
I remember one game that played at Fenway Park, and Pedro Martinez was pitching. Against you guys, line drive, caught it first by Lars Anderson. The long reach to his left, and he grabs it. Lopez lines out, and that'll end the bottom of the fourth. We go to the fifth, tied. Mariners 1, Red Sox 1. inning this afternoon here at Safeco Field. Josh Reddick, rookie right fielder, will lead it off against David Paul. Fly ball lifted to left field. Saunders drifting back. Michael is there and makes the easy catch. One pitch, one away. Say, visit the official online shop of the Seattle Mariners at mariners.com. Browse the largest online selection of authentic team gear, including official caps and T-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the mariners.com shop. Rick Riz, Mike Lowers, our associate director up here, Robbie Nielsen. Chris, our stat guy. Bubba, our sound guy. Everybody's here. Here is first baseman Lars Anderson. Left-handed hitter, Mike. He likes to drive the ball the other way. At least that's what he's been doing in this series.
Yeah, left center field gap. It's a good approach. If you're a young hitter, you can let the ball get a little bit deeper. Something I'm sure that Dave Magadan would recommend you doing. He was somebody that was able to hit the ball the other way. But he hits it the other way with a lot of authority.
Yeah. He's got that backspin to it as it gets out there in left center field. Anderson hit it well to left center in the second. Gutierrez is shaded that way out toward left center field. Two and one on Anderson. Lars hitting .250 since coming up from the minor leagues. He started off at AA Portland, Maine, then to AAA Pawtucket. Line drive center field, and it's a base hit. That was a rope. Anderson on at first base. Down in the minor leagues at .274 with 15 home runs, 69 runs batted in. The Red Sox have 5 guys in the starting lineup below this afternoon that started the year at AA Portland or played an entire season at Pawtucket.
Not something you're used to seeing in mid-September with the Red Sox, but they've had a lot of injuries this year.
Navarro, the shortstop, with a swing and a foul off the catcher Adam Moore. 0-1. Michael Navarro hitting 87 since coming up from Pawtucket. Where he hit 11 home runs in the minor leagues, drove in 61. 1 on, 1 out. 1-1 tie, top half of the fifth. So many injuries for the Red Sox this year. Key players out for the year. Swing and a miss by Navarro. 0-2. Jacoby Ellsbury has been out since the early part of the season. Kevin Youkilis, Mike Cameron, Dustin Pedroia, and some of the guys that are finally back in uniform have been out for extended periods of time. Jason Varitek, J.D. Drew, on and on and on. Low ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Meantime, the Mariners are waiting for the AAA guys to try to wrap up the championship series for the Pacific Coast League title. They won last night in Memphis, beating the Memphis Redbirds 5-3 in the opening game of that best-of-5 series. Strike 3. Navarro caught looking.
Navarro likes to dive into the plate. This pitch starts right at him, buckles him, and it's a breaking ball right on the edge of the inside corner.
Falling backwards, and it's strike 3 on the inside corner. Strikeout for David Pauly, his second strikeout this afternoon. 1-0 the count on Marco Scutaro. So 2 outs for the Red Sox with 1 on here in the fifth. Good luck to the Tacoma Rainiers. First time around the lineup, there's not a whole lot of success. Ground ball back up the middle. Josh Wilson, little toss over to Figgy at second, not in time. Safe at second is Lars Anderson. That's going to be an infield base hit for Scutaro. Now the Red Sox have runners at first and second with 2 outs.
I don't think Woodward would have had a chance to go across the diamond. He had to range up the middle, tried to get him. He clearly beats it. Nice play by Figgins to keep his foot on the bag.
Chris Woodward getting the start this afternoon at shortstop. So 2 on, 2 outs. Go ahead run is on at second, and here's Ryan Kalish. He's lined out twice. 0-1. Next swing, there's a breaking ball, and it misses for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. David Pauly trying to get out of a jam here in the 5th inning. Kalish, one of the guys in this lineup that started off the year at AA ball. Curveball, strike at the knees, 1-2. David working that bottom part of the strike zone. And the 1-2 pitch, that's down, ball 2. 2-2. David Pauly spending some time with the Boston Red Sox back in 2006 and again in 2008. Foul on a play on the third base side, still 2-2. That's with the Mariners. He picked up his first 2 wins in the big leagues earlier this year. Scudero on at first base. Lars Anderson, the runner, down the way at second. Again, the 2-2. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. There's that slow curveball one more time. Kalish strikes out, and David Pauly gets out of trouble. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Halfway point, Mariners 1 and the Red Sox 1. All right, Angie. Michael Saunders leading off the bottom of the 5th inning with a bunt attempt, and it's out to Lars Anderson, who gets to it and gets the tag on Saunders.
That's a good idea. You want to bunt it firmly, try to get it past the pitcher. Just a little bit too close to the line, so it's an easy play for Lars Anderson, the first baseman. If he gets it more towards second base, he probably beats it out with his speed.
So 1 out for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-1 tie, and here is catcher Adam Moore. Adam 0 for 1 is grounded out to shortstop Navarro. There's a strike, and the count is 0-1. Clay Buchholz became a new daddy for the first time about 1 month ago. Did you ever watch the show Deal or No Deal, hosted by Howie Mandel? Very popular show a few years back. Yes. Clay's wife was one of the models on Deal or No Deal. She was briefcase number 26. The show is in hiatus right now, but I love that show.
Is it still going?
No. But I was talking to him in the clubhouse yesterday. They may bring it back. Swinging a foul back by Moore. And the count is 1-2 on Adam. But she was one of the models on Deal or No Deal. And Mr. Buchholz's career is going quite well himself.
I would say so. He's doing just fine. Again, 15-game winner this year. Trying to add to that. Great ERA. Comes into the game with a 2.53 earned run average.
Before that start, his last start down in Oakland, a 5-0 loss where he couldn't get out of the second. Mike, 1+ inning, gave up 5 runs, all earned. He had the best ERA
at a
just ahead of Felix. Yeah.
2.25, and I believe Felix at that time was a 2.31.
More way on in front of that changeup for strike 3. So 2 down, strikeout number 4 for Buchholz. 2 down for the Mariners, bottom of the 5th inning. 1-1 tie, and here's shortstop Chris Woodward. Say the Rangers visit Safeco for a 3-game series beginning on Friday night. Make sure you're right here at the ballpark as American League Cy Young candidate Felix Hernandez scheduled to take them out for the Mariners in Game 1 of that series. For tickets, visit Mariners.com or stop on by any Mariners team store. Swing and a miss by Woodward, 0-1. Felix Hernandez against C.J. Wilson on Friday night. Jason Vargas against Cliff Lee on Saturday night. Game time is 6:10, and then Doug Fister against Tommy Hunter on Sunday afternoon.
Really good pitching matchups all weekend.
Yeah. After plans to come on by, and a swing and a miss by Woodward, and the count is 0-2. Cliff Lee will get the start on Saturday night, Game 2 of the series. 25 starts on the year now for Cliff, who was outstanding in the first half of the season. Felix Hernandez will go on Friday night. On a play on the first base side, and it's still 0-2 on Woodward. Guillermo Quiroz on Felix's right at the railing there inside the Mariners' first base dugout. Just called up before the ball game yesterday. He's been at AA and at AAA this year. A little more depth at the catcher spot, Mike, with Quiroz here. Been up and down the last couple of seasons.
The Rainiers finish up. See a few more guys show up here last couple of weeks of the season.
1-2 on Woodward. Swing and a miss at that breaking ball down and away for strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Strikeout number 5 for Clay Buchholz, and after 5 innings of play, Mariners 1, the Red Sox 1. Find out what's possible with the nation's fastest mobile broadband network. AT&T, rethink possible. By Safeco Insurance. Find a local Safeco agent at safeco.com. and by Money Tree. Apply for a Money Tree payday loan at MoneyTreeInc.com and take out a loan without leaving your house. That's MoneyTree.com. Victor Martinez leading off the top half of the 6th inning. We've got a 1-1 tie. Victor is 0 for 2, has flied out twice. On a play on the third base side. Good pitching matchup, Mike, between Mr. Pauly and Mr. Buchholz this afternoon.
One of the keys that you and I had talked about before the game, Rick, that Pauly, we knew Buchholz was going to be tough. He's having that kind of year, but Pauly was going to have to match him, and so far he's done that. Really pitched well.
Ball again, and it's 0-2 on Martinez. Here's our Quest high-speed pitch. Excuse me, Quest high-speed pitch. Clay Buchholz fastball at 96, and Pauly topping out at 91. Our Quest high-speed pitch. 1-2 on Martinez.
Just noticed that one of your favorites is here at the ballpark tonight, Rick. Alvin Davis is back again with his mom, Miley.
Way to go. Ground ball. Kochman who is, Casey over there at first base, and over to Pauly covering on the play. So 1 out for the Red Sox here in the top half of the 6th inning. Great to have AD here at the ballpark along with his mom Miley, who turned 90 years of age just a couple of days ago.
Was it yesterday that Outwood threw out the first pitch? I think it was yesterday, wasn't it? It really looks good.
The 1984 American League Rookie of the Year. Started off at Salt Lake City, played 1 game. Here's David Ortiz. Big Papi is 0 for 2. What a year. 116 RBIs for Alvin Davis back in his rookie season. And that same year, Mark Langston was named the American League Rookie Pitcher of the Year. Struck out 204 batters. Look at the numbers for both Buchholz and Pauly. Very similar. Throwing strikes. You gotta love that. Working quickly. Daisuke Matsuzaka started the game last night. Threw a lot of pitches. Well hit into the gap in right center field by Ortiz, and this one is on the track and bounces off the fence. Ortiz in at second with a 1-out double here in the top half of the 6th inning.
Look at the location. Middle away, and just goes down and hits it into the gap.
Go ahead run out at second base for the Red Sox with 1 out, and here's third baseman Adrian Beltre, who parked one way back into the upper deck his last time up in the 4th inning, giving Boston their first run. Fly ball deep center field. Going back is Gutierrez to the warning track, and he's there to make the catch. Ortiz will tag. He'll go from second to third, but the ballpark will hold this one. Gutierrez making the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. Hit it to the big part of the ballpark, Mike.
And that's what he does. Slow breaking ball away from him. It's a pretty good ride, but an easy play for Gutierrez, catching it just in front of the warning track. Even though Ortiz doesn't run well because it was so deep, it's easy for him to get over to third base.
So David out at third base with 2 outs, 1-1 tie, and here's left fielder Daniel Nava. Outside, ball 1. Sound of the train in the background here at Safeco Field, coming out of the King Street station. Nava 0 for 2, twice has flied out to Saunders in left field. Ground ball to the right side. Figgins underneath his legs and into right center field. And here comes Ortiz on to score. Red Sox take the lead 2-1. The air by second baseman Sean Figgins. Figgins was over in time. He got in front of it, but right between the wickets. And the Red Sox pick up a run here in the 6th and lead it 2-1.
Take a look at it. Figgins gets over. It looks like he's in good shape. Nice hop. And just didn't get his glove down soon enough. Sometimes you get in that area where you don't know if you're going to backhand it or go ahead and be able to get in front of it. He had time to get in front of it, but just didn't get his glove down quickly enough.
And here's Josh Reddick, who takes a strike 0-1. can't give the Boston Red Sox an extra out. Any club for that matter, but especially this club. Outside, ball 1-1-1. 2-1 Boston. Line drive into right center field. A base hit for Reddick. Down to third. Making the turn now is Nava. He'll make it to third base on the single by Josh Reddick. And the Red Sox keep the pressure on David Pauly. First and third with 2 outs.
Reddick has been one of the few Red Sox that's been able to time the breaking ball. This pitch, you can see him get out on his front foot, trying to keep his hands back. Does a nice job of that, even though his body drifts forward. Able to hit a solid line drive into right.
So Josh Reddick out at first base. Daniel Nava, the runner, on at third base. And here is first baseman Lars Anderson. Anderson 1 for 2 with a line drive single to center field. That dropped in front of Gutierrez. All 1. Ball 2. David Pauly's pitch count up to 90. He's thrown 15 here in the top half of the 6th inning. Down and away, ball 3, way behind Anderson. 3-0. On deck for the Red Sox, Navarro, the rookie shortstop. Low, ball 4. So Anderson tosses the bat away. He's got a free pass. He's out at first base. Reddick down at second. Nava is out at third base. Red Sox with the bases loaded for Yomaico Navarro. And time is called.
And I know Carl Willis will go out and have a conversation with Pauly. And I know with that walk, you move a runner up to second base. But from what we've seen of Lars Anderson, a young hitter, but he's a good-looking left-handed hitter for the Red Sox. You have Navarro coming up next, hitting .080. So he has struggled swinging it, and I think you still try to pitch to Anderson, but you make some quality pitches as Ryan Rowland-Smith gets loose in the Mariners' pen. And if he's patient enough, which he was, and he walks, you have a hitter that may be built in for you to get out. And now you have a right-handed hitter up there. The pressure's on you because you have to throw some strikes early in the count, Rick, because the bases are loaded. But if he makes a couple of good pitches with the struggles that Navarro has had, he should be able to handle it.
So there was a base open, but it was second. But now you go after.
And again, I don't think he purposely pitched around him. He was trying to make some quality. You notice all those pitches down in the zone, trying to get him to hit a ground ball. Anderson laid off of it. Now you go after Navarro.
It was 0 for 2, and he takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. He has grounded out to Woodward at short, and Pauly struck him out in the 5th inning. Certain guys during the course of the game, depending on the situation, you just pitch around, see if they get themselves out, and if they don't, you go after the next guy. And that guy is just bounced one foul on the third base side, and the count is 0-2 on Navarro.
And that's the key to it. Bases loaded. He'll be able to get ahead of him right away. Now he can really make some tough pitches if he wants to, just off the plate. Try to make him swing at a pitch that isn't a good pitch to hit and get him out of here now that you're ahead in the count. That's the whole key to it.
Pauly's been using that slow breaking pitch, that curveball over the last few innings. He has 3 strikeouts on the day. Let's see how he goes after Navarro. 0-2. Here it is. And it's up and in. He struck him out on that curveball that buckled Navarro in the 5th inning.
That one is a little bit harder. He threw it a touch harder than the one that he struck him out on. Not as much break to it.
Nava at third, Reddick on at second, Anderson at first base. Fouled away out in front of the pitch. Stopped by the Red Sox third base dugout, and it's still 1-2 on Navarro. Nava at third. Reddick, the runner, at second. Lars Anderson out at first base with 2 outs. 1 in. An unearned run. Red Sox lead 2-1. Paulie trying to take care of Michael Navarro. Swing and a miss, or did he foul tip it? No, he missed it. Off the glove of Moore, who puts the tag on Navarro. Strikeout number 4 for David Paulie. He gets out of a bases-loaded jam, but the Red Sox get an unearned run. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Boston leads 2-1. Yes, he's going to go on Saturday. Felix is going on Friday when the Rangers get to town. Ichiro leading off the bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox now lead by a score of 2-1. Boston getting what turned out to be an unearned run in the top half of the 6th. Clay Buchholz on the mound. Fouled away off the catcher, off the glove of Victor Martinez, and it's 1-2 on Ichiro. The Japanese ambassador to the United States is here at the ballpark today. Ichiro Fujisaka is here. So welcome to Safeco Field. Home plate umpire Doug Eddings doing a little housework on home plate.
Have to keep it clean.
Yeah,
be able to see the corners.
See his little whisk broom. Remember the umpires have that little broom?
It's in his back pocket.
He's hiding. Popped up out of play on the third base side, and the count is still 1-2 on each row. Got to have that little whisk broom somewhere. Ichiro looking for his first base hit this afternoon. He had 3 last night. There is strike 3 call. Ichiro called looking. Strikeout number 6 for Buchholz. 1 out for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2-1 Boston.
Ichiro probably thinking his last pitch is up in the zone. Borderline high on the tracer. It looked like a strike. Doug Eddings calls it a strike.
Martinez did a nice job to try to frame that pitch too. So 1 away, and here is Sean Figgins, who had 4 hits last night. He has 1 today. Strike on Figgy 0-1. He's 1 for 2. Also is lined out to Navarro at shortstop, made a nice leaping catch. changeup. 1-1. Figgins now with an 8-game hitting streak. 1-2. It's good throw strikes, Mike.
Yeah, it's good stuff. His velocity has been between 94 and 96 on his fastball with some pretty good run. He's shown a great changeup, and when he wants to throw his breaking ball, he has a good one. This will be a fastball away.
Fouled away by Figgins, and it's still 1-2. Also has that little cutter about 91, 92. He's got everything.
15-game winner this year by accident with a 2.5 ERA.
Yeah, the dirt for ball 2-2. I was talking with Clay in the clubhouse yesterday, and he's been up and down with the Red Sox the last 3 years. I said, did you see this kind of success this year? He said, nah, not really, unless you're Felix Hernandez. You got that kind of stuff. But at times he's put it together over the last 3 years. But he said, not 15 wins and a 2.5 ERA at this point. Breaking ball on a hop to the shortstop, Navarro, and his throw to first in time to get Figgins for the second out of the inning. And let's check in with Angie Mentink. Angie? Here's designated hitter Russell Branyan. He takes a look at ball one. Yeah, congratulations to the Rainiers, who won game one of that best-of-5 series last night in Memphis as the home team, as Angie explained. Left-hander Ryan Roland Smith getting loose down in the Mariners bullpen. Ball two. 2 balls and no strikes on Branyan. Hit that home run back in the first inning.
And since that home run, first pitch fastball, Buchholz has gone to work on him with his changeup and his breaking ball. He's missed with a couple of breaking balls in this at bat, but he was able to strike him out with a good changeup last time up.
And a swing and a miss.
Another changeup.
And a fastball count. And it's now 2-1. Russell was your pick to click on radio, Mike, and came through right away. He went after it, tried to check the swing, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Buchholz from Lumberton, Texas. First round pick by the Red Sox in June of 2005. Low and inside with a breaking ball. Ball 3. Full count 3-2. Red Sox with 2 very talented young pitchers in Buchholz and also John Lester, who worked on Friday night.
What do you think? Change up there? 3-2?
Wouldn't be surprised. His fastball's been at 95, 96. And there it is.
That was changeup. He missed with it. He was not going to give in to Russ, trying to protect a 1-run lead. Right-handed hitting Gutierrez on deck.
And that breaks a string of 9 in a row. Retired by Buchholz. Tie and run on at first base. Say tonight on FSN, don't miss new episodes of Cougars, Huskies, and Beavers All Access. It's the exclusive sideline sights and sounds from games last Saturday and previews of upcoming matchups with coaches' interviews, expert analysis, and much more. Coverage starts tonight at 7 on FSN and FSN HD. 1 on 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Here's Franklin Gutierrez. 2-1 Boston. Up and away, ball 1. Franklin 3 for 5 in the last night's ball game as the Mariners scored 6 runs. That was the good news. The bad news, Boston scored 9. Took game 2 by a score of 9-6. Down and away, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Mariners breaking that string of 16 consecutive home games with 3 runs or less. With those 6 runs last night.
As it stands right now, if they want to win this game, they're going to have to score at least 3.
Boston 2 runs on 6 hits, 1 unearned run. Mariners 1 run, 4 hits, the home run by Branyan. He's on at first with 2 outs. High and away with the fastball. Ball 3-0 on Gutierrez. Casey Kochman due up next. Mariners let Buchholz off the hook back in the bottom of the second when the Mariners had runners at second and third. Nobody out, could not score. Kochman was picked off at third base. Buchholz worked out of the inning. Franklin taking strike 1, 3-1. Like you mentioned, Alvin Davis here at the ballpark. He wore number 21 for years, and Franklin Gutierrez is proudly wearing that number 21 in his bag. For a long time, that 21 was held out of service after AD left. Fouled away off the screen behind home plate. Full count, 3-2. Here are the numbers for Alvin Davis when he was with the Mariners. Over 1,200 games, hit 280 with 160 home runs and 667 runs batted in. Rookie of the Year back in 1984, Alvin Davis. Here at the ballpark for this series. Birthday present for his mom, Miley, who turned 90 years of age a few days ago. That's what she wanted. She wanted to come back to Seattle. Over to first base to get Branyan back to the bag.
Red Sox outfielders playing basically on the warning track. Branyan will get to take off with the pitch, so they want to try to keep it from being a double. But Branyan can't score. So the outfielders are deep.
Branyan takes off, and that pitch up and away on Gutierrez for ball 4. So back-to-back walks with 2 outs served up by Clay Buchholz, and here comes pitching coach John Farrell out of the dugout. Branyan down at second. Gutierrez is on at first base. Tying run in scoring position. 2-1 Boston. That'll bring up Casey Kochman.
Up to the last 2 walks, Buchholz had only had the 1 walk in the game, and Mariners making him work here. The good news is he's starting to get his pitch count up. 90 pitches now for the game. Still nobody throwing in the Boston bullpen.
This kid has been getting the Red Sox deep in the games, albeit that last start down in Oakland against the A's, where he lasted only 1+ inning.
There you go. 23 pitches so far in the inning. Was efficient through the first 5.
Mariners making him work here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's Casey Kochman, had an infield base hit in the 2nd, and Buchholz struck him out in the 4th. 2 on, 2 outs. Way outside, ball 1. He didn't like that one as soon as he let it go, Mike.
He's lost command of his fastball. It looks like his changeup and his breaking ball are still with him, but his fastball, he's having a tough time getting it down in the zone.
Branyan on at second. Gutierrez on at first base. 2 down. Way outside, ball 2. Wasn't even close.
No, it's another fastball.
Right-hander begins to warm up. Scott Atchison for Boston. And that's down low with another fastball for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes, and a bad one here would load him up for Jose Lopez. Two on, 2 outs. Swung on deep center field. Going back of the ball is Kalish to the warning track to make the catch. Casey Kotchman green-lighted 3-0. Flies out to center, and that will end the inning. The Mariners leave 2 stranded. And we go to the top half of the 7th. Red Sox 2 and the Mariners 1.
Northwest.
Sox lead by a score of 2-1, and manager Darren Brown going to his bullpen to get the left-hander Ryan Rowland-Smith. He'll take a look at Marco Scutaro, Ryan Kalish, and then Victor Martinez. First pitch is strike, 0-1.
Numbers for Ryan: 102 innings. Able to get some work in this year. 40 strikeouts, the 40 walks. That's been the problem for Ryan. Probably pitched well.
6 innings, gave up 2 runs, only 1 earned.
Yeah, 1 earned run was a solo home run from Beltre. Take a look at his numbers: 4 strikeouts. He had 2 walks through 97 pitches, 60 of them for strikes. Pitched well.
Should have been out of that top half of the 6th inning when the Red Sox got that second run. Curveball, line drive, center field, a base hit for Marco Scutaro, his 3rd hit in tonight's game. He's now 3 for 4. Brings up Ryan Kalish. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of the Seattle Mariners.
Lopez will have to be aware of the bunt. You're getting to that point in the game, right? 7th inning. You have the guys that are paid to drive in runs coming up after Kalish, and Martinez and Ortiz and Beltre.
Kalish, a drive down the right field line. It's going to be a fair ball in toward the corner. And in and out of the crowd. So we're going to have a ground rule double for Kalish. On his way home was Scutaro, but he's going to be sent back to third base. Or is he? Yep, he's going to be going back to third base. For a second, I thought he was in for the dugout. But that's going to be a ground rule double.
Take a look at it. It'll bounce off the chalk down in the corner.
Gets over the wall.
Yeah.
It's that back wall.
Ground rule double.
So Kalish on at second. Scutaro is on at third base. Ryan Rowland-Smith in a mighty quick jam here in the top half of the 7th inning. Nobody out, and here's Victor Martinez. Martinez is 0 for 3. That was against David Pauly.
Mariners will bring their infield up.
Let's see if the Red Sox go on contact. If there's a ground ball at somebody. It worked last night for Boston. Swing and a miss. Martinez out in front of an off-speed pitch, 0-1.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they would do that with nobody out. Sometimes they do it with one, but with nobody.
Give the second guy a chance
to
drive it in 2.
Yeah, and then you'll typically do it because you do have a runner at second. So even if they cut him down at the plate, that runner will move up to third, and you have the other runner on at first. With nobody out, I think they'll make it go through.
Down and in on Martinez. 1-1 on deck is that kind of guy that can drive in a lot of runs, and has for his entire career, David Ortiz. 2-1 Boston. Line drive the other way. Fair ball in toward the corner. It's going to hit off the seats and angle out. 2 runs are going to score. Martinez in at second base with a 2-run double. And the Red Sox lead it 4-1.
Martinez gets a fastball away, just punches it. You can see him reaching that pitch. Take a look at it. Looks like it's off the plate away. Nice piece of hitting. Because he had to reach so far of it, it was almost impossible for him to roll over on it, which is what you'd like to see happen. Get that ground ball.
So 2 mighty quick runs for the Red Sox here in the top of the 7th inning. They now lead it 4-1. And here's David Ortiz, and he takes down and away a breaking ball, ball 1. Ortiz 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored in the 6th. He scored on the air with 2 outs by Sean Figgins. Ball 2, 2-0. Roland Smith recently recalled from AAA Tacoma, went on the disabled list, then went down to Tacoma on the rehab assignment. Another breaking ball that misses, ball 3, 3-0 on Ortiz. Right on the DL from July the 28th until September the 4th with that lower back strain. And Adrian Beltre is due up next. Nobody out. Three and 1. Martinez at second. Boston now with 4 runs on 9 base hits. Mariners 1 run on 4. Bounce foul on the first base side by the Mariner dugout. 3-2 on Big Papi. And the Mariners organization as a kid, he was a Class A in Appleton, Wisconsin, then traded away to the Minnesota Twins for Dave Hollins. He was with Minnesota for a few years and signed as a free agent with Boston. Swing and a miss out in front of that breaking ball for strike 3. So Ryan Roland Smith striking out David Ortiz. 1 out for the Red Sox here in the top of the 7th inning with 2 on, 2 in. Let's check in with Angie. All right, good news from Memphis. There's a pitch. It's going to be ball 1, 2, 3, and 4 coming up to Adrian Beltre. They're going to take the bat away from Beltre. The intentional walk coming up for AB to put runners out at first and second with 1 out. 2 runs are already in. The Red Sox lead at 4-1. So good news down in Memphis as Tacoma leads the Memphis Redbirds by a score of 3-0.
Got a pinch hitter. McDonald will pinch hit for Nava.
And there is ball 4. So Beltre with the intentional walk. And here comes Darnell McDonald to bat for Daniel Nava. So this is McDonald, who went to the same high school as Mariner pitcher David Aardsma, Cherry Creek High School in Denver, Colorado, along with Mariner catcher Josh Bard. All went to the same high school, Cherry Creek High School, outside of Denver. Darnell McDonald hitting .271, 9 home runs, 32 runs batted in. Mariner skipper Darren Brown. Swing and a miss, off-speed pitch, 0-1. First and second for the Red Sox with 1 out. All 1-1. Darnell got the start in last night's game, was 0 for 3. Great running back in high school, almost went to the University of Texas. Right 2 called, 1-2 on McDonald. Owen Smith taking over in relief here in the top half of the 7th inning. 2 runs for Boston on 3 hits. They're still threatening with first and second. Up and away, ball 2, 2-2. Popped him up. Right side of the infield. Back it up is Sean Figgins at the cut of the grass. Infield fly rule in effect, and automatically out is McDonald for the second out of the inning. So 2 on and 2 outs and 2 in. Say, friends, tomorrow on Mariners All Access, it's the latest round of 10 questions with pitcher Luke French, plus former Mariner Dave Valley breaks down the club's minor league depth, and Sean Figgins stops by to deliver some tricks of the trade. That and more tomorrow at 6 p.m. on FSN and FSN HD. 4-1 Red Sox, and here is right fielder Josh Reddick. Martinez at second, Beltre on at first base. Strike 1. Reddick singled his last time up in the 6th inning. 1 for 3. Bolt foul on the right field side, 0-2 the count. Beltre and Martinez board. A lot of pitches for Roland Smith here in the 7th inning. Number 26 coming up. And it's a breaking ball, low and outside. Ball 1, 1-2. Strike 3 called, got him looking. Roland Smith strikes out Josh Reddick, and that will retire the side for the Red Sox. With 2 runs in, and they leave 2 runners stranded. 7th inning stretch time after 6.5. Red Sox lead 4-1. 2010 J.D. Power and Associates Award. Part of the crowd here at Safeco Field enjoying the dancing of the moose. We go to the bottom of inning number 7. 4-1 Red Sox lead. New left fielder is Darnell McDonald, a pinch hitter in the top half of the 7th inning. Jose Lopez will lead things off. Bounces one foul out by the Boston third base dugout, and the count is 0-1. Clay Buchholz has gone all the way so far for the Red Sox tonight. Start number 26. The split last year between Pawtucket and the big league. 7-2 at Pawtucket, 7-4 with Boston. Fly ball right center. Over in time though is Reddick to make the catch. So 1 out for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Let's check in with Angie. All right, Angie. So the Phillies up on top of the East by 2.5 over the Atlanta Braves. Michael Saunders takes a look at strike 1 from Buchholz. Great races in the National League East and the National League West. Still can't count out Colorado. They were 3.5 out. But they were leading San Diego today. So if they won that ball game, they're 2.5 out. 1-1 on Saunders.
Atchison and Okajima, Red Sox pen. Buchholz right now, 98 pitches for him.
Pitch count getting up there. Down and in, ball 2, 2, and 1. Next pitch will be number 100. Here it is. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Michael walked back in the second, trying to bunt his way aboard, was out 3 and assisted in the 5th inning. Fouls one away, still 2-2. Mariners the off day tomorrow. And then take on the Rangers on Friday night. Felix Hernandez against C.J. Wilson, who's been a great story for the Rangers. 14-6. He was closing out games for him last year. So Felix going after the Rangers on Friday night. In the air to left field and down the line. On the run, Darnell McDonald is there to make the catch. 2 outs for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Red Sox lead 4-1. Say one of the biggest fan appreciation nights in Mariners history is all set for Friday, October the 1st, when the Oakland A's visit Safeco. It's going to be an epic night of prize giveaways all night long, including autographed jerseys, $1,000 worth of Arco gas, Blu-ray disc player, 42-inch TVs, and more. So join us for this exciting evening of prizes, and more prizes. For tickets, visit Mariners.com. And a more. Ball 1. Mariners have one more road trip, going to Toronto, Tampa Bay, and Texas, then go home for the Final 4 against Oakland.
And Buchholz, even though his pitch count up there now at 104 pitches, still has the good changeup.
There's that pitch about 83, 84 with some good movement. Check swing, fouled away, comes back with a fastball.
Fastball with velocity down a couple of miles an hour, what we saw earlier in the game. And last inning, he just lost command. And as you look at it, 105 pitches, 64 strikes.
Tough right hander. 7-game winner last year. 3 years ago, threw a no-hitter in only his second major league start. Here's the pitch, and it's inside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I was talking with him about the no-hitter. He said, Rick, it's a blur. He said, I was so enamored about being in the big leagues, and even with my catcher, Jason Varitek, working with him after watching him play for so many years. He said he put down a sign, and I threw that pitch.
It's a good idea.
Real good idea. But he threw a no-hitter on September the 1st, 2007 against the Baltimore Orioles. That was the 21st no-hitter in history by a rookie pitcher. fouled away by Moore. Hit a pretty good cut. And Mike, it's a pretty good idea to listen to your veteran catcher when you're only making your second start of your career.
Takes a lot of the indecision out of things. Just go ahead and go with his game plan. He knows the majority of the hitters. He knows the scouting reports. You know, just go with it. We saw that for a long time here. Danny Wilson, Dave Valley.
Moore with a fly ball into the gap in left center field. Over in plenty of time is Kalish to make the catch, and that will retire the side. So a 1-2-3, bottom of the 7th inning for the Mariners. We go to the 8th. Red Sox lead 4-1. Sleep Country, USA. Off day tomorrow. The Texas Rangers come to town over the weekend, and then the Mariners have a travel day on Monday to head to the east side to Toronto and Tampa Bay, and then over to Texas. Final road trip of the year. Then the Mariners wind down the season 4 at home against Oakland. Matchups: Felix Hernandez going on Friday night against C.J. Wilson. Cliff Lee will get a start on Saturday night against Jason Vargas. Lars Anderson leading off the top of the 8th inning with strike 1 from Ryan Roland Smith, who threw a lot of pitches in the 7th when the Red Sox came up with 2 runs to take that 4-1 advantage. Stay right 2, 0-2. Fouled away. Catcher Adam Moore, still nothing at 2. Anderson is 1 for 2 with a single to center field in the 5th inning.
Nice to see Ryan get a clean inning here. Mariners trying to get his confidence back. First half of the season did not go well for him. And I don't care who you are, when things aren't going well and you can't seem to get it back on track, your confidence is going to take a beating. The only way to get it back is to go out there and have some success, Rick.
Done, finish out the year, try to finish out the year on a positive note, ground ball foul first base side, and it's been a frustrating year for Ryan because he did that last year. He had such a very good second half of the season, at least the final 2 months, once he got in that starting rotation last year.
I'm sure that, you know, the hard part about it too is you go to spring training knowing that and you feel good about it. You have some of your own expectations and things don't go well and your confidence gets shaken. Another good pitch, nice fastball on the outside corner. But you have to have some success. It'd be nice to see him do that here over the last few weeks. A little bit better about things going into the winter.
Get ready during the offseason. Head down to Peoria next February. Looking to put things back together. And a swing and a miss. He strikes out Anderson. His 3rd strikeout in relief. 1 out for the Red Sox here at the top of the 8th inning. Once again, let's check in with Angie. So Tacoma with the lead 4-2 over in Memphis. Navarro pops one up down the right field line on the run. Ichiro running out of room, and this one is into the crowd down the right field side, and it's 0-1 on Navarro. So Tacoma leading the Memphis Redbirds 4-2 early in that game at AutoZone Park in Memphis, Tennessee. Spent 3 years there with the Expos organization in AA with the Memphis Chicks. Great city. Home of Elvis. Check swing fouled away on the first base side, and the count 0-2 on Navarro. Navarro 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Time called. The 0-2 inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. They get mighty hot and humid during the summer months in Memphis, Mike.
Yes, they can. Spend a whole summer there? A couple summers?
3 years there. My son Nick was born in Memphis 30 years ago. 2-2 the count on Navarro.
Curtis Wilson just informed me that Allman just hit a 2-run home run, 6-2 now for the Rainiers.
Way to go, Tacoma. Allman with over 30 home runs on the season. Swing and a miss by Navarro. Going after that off-speed pitch down and in. Another strikeout for Ryan Rowland-Smith, his 4th in relief. So 2 outs for the Red Sox here in the 8th inning. Say Sunday, October the 3rd, the Mariners will celebrate the youngest fans at Kids Appreciation Day. All kids 14 and under will take home a Moose poster thanks to Ivers and Kid Valley. Now, prior to the game, the kids and their families are invited down to the field for a pregame parade. Plus, there's going to be plenty of special prizes given away all afternoon long just for the kids. Visit Mariners.com. This is Marco Scutaro. Ball 1 the count. Inside and off the glove of Adam Moore. Ball 2. 2-0. What a year for Greg Hallman down at Tacoma.
Yeah.
That was probably home run number 36 and 37 on the season. Two and 1. Down in the bullpen, left-hander Hideki Okajima. He worked in last night's game. Up and away, ball 3, 3-1. The Everett Aqua Sox the other day clinched the Northwest League title with a 6-1 win over the Spokane Indians. Line foul on a play down the left field side. So congratulations to the Everett Aqua Sox. First title since 1985 when they were affiliated with the Giants. They were the Everett Giants at the time.
It's been a good year for the Mariners minor league system.
Just about everybody in the playoffs. Well hit but pulled foul. 3-2. Every team in the playoffs except one. The minor leagues. Inside, ball 4. Scutaro with a walk. He's on at first base. With 2 outs, it's a second walk given up by Rowland-Smith. The first one was the intentional walk to Beltre in the 7th. Here's Ryan Kalish. Kalish with a double and a run scored in that 7th inning. 1 for 4. Starter David Pauly went 6 innings, gave up just 2 runs, and only 1 was earned. He walked 2 and he struck out 4. Another good job by David Pauly. Curve is outside. 1-1 on Kalish. Two starting outfielders for the Red Sox injured early in the year and out for most of the season. Mike Cameron and Jacoby Ellsbury. Swing and a foul back by Kalish in the count 1-2. That was I think one of the major storylines for the Red Sox this year, those injuries, kept so many guys out of the lineup.
I don't think there's any question about it. You can only absorb so many of those, even with a deep bench that the Red Sox have. Just eventually that is going to catch up to you when you're talking about the caliber of players that they're losing.
They lost the right side of their infield. Pedroia a couple of years ago was the American League MVP. Kevin Euclid's first baseman, one of the more clutch hitters in baseball for years. Runner goes, pitch down and away for a ball. Nobody down there, and a stolen base for Marco Scutaro.
Delayed steal from Scutaro.
2-2 on Kalish. So stolen base number 4 for Marco Scutaro. Ground ball down the first base line, fair in toward the right field corner. Scutaro will score, heading for second. It's Kalish. He'll make the turn up with the ball. Ichiro, the throw in, cut off by Figgins. But Ryan Kalish in at third base with an RBI triple. Red Sox now lead 5-1. First triple of the season for Ryan Kalish. And he picks up his 22nd RBI of the season.
And it looked like Ryan Roland Smith was going to have an easy inning. Gets the first 2 hitters out. Scutaro ends up walking, steals second, and now this triple right inside the bag by Kalish.
So with 2 outs, Mike, the Red Sox take advantage of the walk to Scutaro and the stolen base. And here is Victor Martinez. Ball 1. So 3 runs off of Ryan Roland Smith. Ground ball to shortstop Chris Woodward. Over to first with a throw, and it's in time to get Martinez for out number 3. But the Red Sox add 1 more as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Now we're scored. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Mariners 1. All right, Angie, it's now the Red Sox 5 and the Mariners 1 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Chris Woodward will lead it off against a new pitcher. Lefty Hideki Okajima will take over in relief from Clay Buchholz.
Okajima, high ERA, just over 5, 37 2/3. 28 strikeouts, 17 walks. Average fastball. Really good changeup. He will throw his changeup at any time. Does a nice job on that pitch.
Like he's got an interesting delivery. At one point in his delivery, he's looking straight down at the ground. Curveball for a strike. 0-2 on Woodward. Boston a run in the top half of this inning on a 2-out RBI triple by Ryan Kalish. Woodward looking for his first base hit. 0 for 2. Recently recalled from AAA Tacoma. Little bat handle pop up into shallow right field. Going out Scudero. Can't get to it. Base hit for Chris Woodward. Leading off the bottom of the 8th inning. So that's it for Clay Buchholz. Nice job this afternoon.
Did a nice job. 1 earned run for him. That was a solo home run from Russell Branyan. 109 pitches, 66 of them for strikes. He had 6 strikeouts to 3 walks.
Just called the bullpen, brought to you by your Northwest Dodge dealers. So Woodward on at first base, and here is Ichiro. Looking for his 190th hit of the year. Ground ball fouled along the third base side. Beltre playing up close. 0-1.
It's like Chris Seddon get an inning of work, and he moves out of the Mariner pen.
Big left-hander getting ready. Fouled out of play on the left field side, and it's 0-2 on Ichiro. Hitting .358 his last 15 games. Picks up those batting gloves. 1 on, nobody out. Mariners have a lot of work to do. Trying to do it against Hideki Okajima. But manager Terry Francona has the right-handed woman up down to the bullpen. Fouled away. And it's still 0-2. There's Atchison on the near side, and Fox, the other right-hander. Matt Fox. Ground ball out to the first baseman. Anderson down to second for 1. No relay to first to try to double up Ichiro. They get Woodward at second. 1 on and 1 away. Fielder's choice for Ichiro. That'll bring up second baseman Sean Figgins. So Figgins will bat from the right side. Okajima will stay out there because you have Russell Branyan due up next, and then you have the right-handed batter Franklin Gutierrez. Figgins trying to get aboard to give Branyan a chance to drive in a few. Right now, a 4-run deficit. Figgins a base hit back in the third, extending his hitting streak to 8 games. Off-speed pitch, had him out in front, and the count is 0-2. Like we've seen some great changeups in this series coming from the Boston Red Sox.
It's an effective pitch if you keep it down in the zone, Rick. It's a tough pitch to deal with. Again, hitting is timing, and if you can mess with the hitter's timing because you have a good changeup and you can sell it with your arm speed and keep the ball down.
Mighty effective pitch. Fouled away on the first base side, and the count is still 0-2. Right now, Clay Buchholz, the story this afternoon. 7 innings, gave up 1 run and just 4 hits, walked only 1, struck out 6. Excuse me, walked a couple. Ground ball wide of third, and it's backhanded by Navarro, the shortstop. Long throw to first. No chance to get Sean Figgins an infield base hit. Beltre couldn't get to it. Navarro did. Way to his right. So the Mariners now have runners at first and second with one away.
Navarro learned, the young shortstop, that if he has to go that far to his right and not able to get much on the throw, he's better off eating that, because with Figgins' speed, no chance to get him out. That'll be an infield hit for Figgins.
Well, the Mariners have two on for Russell the Muscle Branyan, who got one out of here to right field back in the first inning off of Clay Buchholz. From the first pitch fastball around 96, and he parked it into the bleachers. Inside on Branyan, ball one. Good board, Ichiro on at second, and Figgins over there at first base. He wanted to gap, he got a chance to score a couple of runs. Ichiro and Figgins. Oh, and inside for ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. Two nights ago, the Red Sox won by a score of 5-1. That's our score here in the 8th inning. John Lester from Tacoma went 8 innings, gave up only 1 run and 3 hits on Monday night. Picked up his 17th win of the year. It's a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Daisuke Matsuzaka started last night and struggled 6+ innings, gave up 5 runs on 8 hits. The Red Sox had plenty of offense, 9 runs, and they won last night 9-6. Swing and a miss by Branyan, 2-2. Also wanted to hit one up to the Hit It Here Cafe.
Why not? 25 home runs.
He did a few weeks ago. Hit it above the Hit It Here Cafe sign, off the facing of the upper deck. Ball 3, full count, 3-2. Let's see if Branyan jumps on the 3-2 fastball from Hideki Okajima. (5-1) Boston. Branyan with a chance to cut that lead. One hopper back to the mound, back to second for 1. The relay to first by Navarro is in time. A 1-6-3 double play, and that will end the inning. They get Figgins at second and double up Branyan at first base. We go to the top of the 9th inning here at Safeco. Red Sox lead 5-1. Coors Light freeze cam, and we go to the top half of the ninth inning. 5-1 Red Sox, and the Mariners go to their bullpen to get the big left-hander Chris Seddon. Jared Saltalamacchia will lead things off, pinch hitting for Big Papi David Ortiz, and he takes down an in-ball one.
Only 20 at bats for Saltalamacchia this year. There's a couple of RBIs.
And it's 1-1.
Look at the numbers for Seddon: 17 and a third, 14 strikeouts, 7 walks.
Next swing, did he go? The appeal down to the first base umpire with the call, Dana DeMuth, and he said no. Ball 2, 2-1. Fouled away, 2-2 the count. Last night the Red Sox scored early, and they scored late. Scoring late this afternoon. Mariners had the early lead, 1-0 in the first inning on the first inning home run by Russell Branyan. Luke French started the ball game last night in 7 innings. After he had trouble in the early going, settled down, retired the final 12 batters that he faced, giving the Mariners a chance to come back in that game, which they did. They had the lead until Ortiz last night hit a 2-out 3-run home run in the 8th inning, his 30th home run of the year. Up and away for ball 4. So Saltalamacchia with a leadoff walk here in the top half of the ninth. Say, friends, ride and save on Sound Transit Sounder Train. For more information on schedules and routes, visit soundtransit.org. Rick Riz, along with Mike Flowers, our associate director up here in the booth, Robbie Nielsen. Adrian Beltre extending his hitting streak to 7 games with a long home run into the upper deck in left field back in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 2 with a couple of walks. Ground ball down the third base line, foul, 0-1. And that big powerful swing by Beltre, Mike, when he hit that home run, took him to his right knee.
We've seen him do that before. Unusual, but that's something that Beltre had done quite a few times when he was here in Seattle, so we've seen it.
Way into the upper deck in left field. Swing and a miss and a change, and it's 0-2. Here's a look at that home run swing in the 4th inning. Look at that. About 5-6 rows back into the upper deck in left field, wound up on his back knee on the follow-through. Popped up and out of play, and it's still 0-2 on Beltre. Now with 97 runs batted in. Out of play down the right field side, and it's still 0-2. Seddon, Woodward, the other guys who were down in Tacoma this year. Adam Moore, here's a look at that swing again.
It's pretty good.
A little twirl of his baton as he made the follow through. Inside, ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes. But a lot of guys who are here now that were with Tacoma this year and spent a lot of time down there. Chris Woodward, they had a chance when we got home on Sunday night to watch Tacoma win that first round of the PCL playoffs against Sacramento. Line drive foul down the left field. Still 1-2 on Beltre. What's that little reminder right there, Mike? Just kind of nice, soft little hands. Keep your hands inside.
With Beltre, who knows?
Yeah.
He has so many different things that he does.
Ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's always something to watch from Adrian, whether it's offensively or defensively. Something he does that's unusual about the way that he does it. The results are always good. Fouled away. And it's still 2-2, long at bat. 8-pitch at bat.
Oh, he's at third. He fields a routine ground ball. You rarely see him take a crow hop like a lot of fielders will. He get his feet set and then throw the ball across the diamond. It tells you he has a really good arm. No problem with that. But he's definitely unique.
Like when he checks his swing, he's got that little stutter step. That little tap dance he makes. Line drive, foul down the left field side and out of play. That was pitch number 9 in this at bat.
That pitch down in the zone, and Adrian goes back down to that one knee that we saw earlier in the game when he hit the home run. Ryan Roland Smith had to throw a lot of pitches. Now here's Chris said 15 pitches in the inning and hasn't recorded an out yet. So the Red Sox making them work.
It's going to be pitch number 10 just to Beltre. And it's low and inside for ball 3. Full count. Jared Saltalamacchian at first base. Red Sox lead 5-1 here in the top half of the ninth. Runner takes off. Ground ball to Lopez at third. Only play to first, and the throw to Kochman in time to get Beltre for the out. 1 down. And the Red Sox stay out of the double play by sending Saltalamacchia. 1 on, 1 away for Boston. Brings up new left fielder Darnell McDonald. Saltalamacchia at second. McDonald is 0 for 1. Has popped up to Figgins at second base since he pinch hit for Daniel Nava in the 7th. 1-1. Boston Red Sox, a couple of World Series titles over the last few seasons. 2004 and again in 2007. In 04 they beat the St. Louis Cardinals. Popped up right side of the infield. Calling for it is first baseman Casey Kochman. He's there to make the catch. 2 outs here in the 9th inning. And then when they won it in 2004, they broke the curse of the Bambino. First World Series title in 86 years. The last time they had won a World Series title was 1918 when Babe Ruth was pitching for the Red Sox and was sold by the owner of the Red Sox, Harry Frazee, to the New York Yankees for the 1920 season. That was Terry Francona's first year as manager of the ball club in 2004. Here's Josh Reddick. Breaking ball for a strike.
Cubs trying to get rid of the goat. Is that the deal?
Man, that was the Billy Goat. The guy who owned the Billy Goat Tavern tried to bring the goat out to the World Series in 1945. For some reason, they wouldn't let the goat in the ballpark. Big issue. And so that guy put a curse on the Cubs, and that seems to be working quite well. Little tap foul back toward the mound. Off the foot of Reddick, and the count is 0-2. And the Red Sox won again just 3 years ago, 2007, when they swept the Colorado Rockies. Mike Lowell was the World Series MVP. 1 on, 2 outs. Strike 3 called. Reddick is caught looking. Chris Seddon with a strikeout, and that'll end the top of the 9th. Mariners 1 more chance. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Now we're score the Red Sox 5 and the Mariners 1. All right, Angie, thank you very much. We go to the bottom half of the ninth inning. Red Sox lead 5-1, and new pitcher Scott Atchison will take over to work the bottom of the ninth inning to face Gutierrez, Kochman, and Lopez. Here's a look at our Jack-in-the-Box in-game box scores. Sean Figgins with 2 more hits this afternoon. Russell Brandon giving the Mariners their 1 run with that solo blast back in the first inning.
Numbers for Atchison: a 3.62 ERA, 54 2/3 innings pitched, 39 strikeouts to 16 walks. Holmes average just 236.
And here is Gutierrez to lead it off. Franklin is 0 for 2 on the day, and he takes inside, ball 1. Red Sox looking for a sweep in the series. Final meeting of the year between these two ball clubs. Mariners 3-6 against Boston. They were 4-2 against the Red Sox last year. 1-1 on Franklin.
Papelbon getting some work out in the Red Sox bullpen. Maybe getting loose just in case.
Red Sox closer. Mariners have the day off tomorrow. Then back to work on Friday night here at home against the Texas Rangers. Felix Hernandez against C.J. Wilson on Friday. Jason Vargas against Cliff Lee Saturday at game time 6:10 on Saturday. Then Doug Fister against Tommy Hunter Sunday afternoon. This is the second to the last homestand of the year. Final 4 at home against Oakland. Ground ball pulled foul past third base coach Lee Tinsley. 1-2 on Goody. Story this afternoon: Clay Buchholz, 7 innings, 7 very strong innings. Gave up just 1 run. That home run by Branyan, 4 hits, walked a couple, struck out 6. And through 109 pitches, 1 hopper right to second baseman Marco Scutaro, and 1 out for the Mariners here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Friends, a special Metro to the Mariners continues, so check out the bus service for your next trip out to Safeco Field. Visit the Metro website for complete information on Ride Metro to the Mariners. Glad you tuned in this afternoon. Final game of the series with the Boston Red Sox. Here is first baseman Casey Kochman. Casey had an infield base hit back in the second inning. Mike, that was a chance for the Mariners to add on to that 1-0 lead against Clay Buchholz.
It's been that kind of year, Rick. They had second and third situation again with nobody out and ended up not scoring. Casey ended up getting picked off at third, then they couldn't come up with a big base hit after that.
Did not cash in. Ground ball right to the first baseman Lars Anderson. Takes it to the bag. Kochman is out number 2, and now the Mariners are down to their final out. Red Sox 1 out away from a sweep. Aaron Brown taking over this ball club back on August the 9th after doing such a great job again down at AAA Tacoma. Now he's got a chance to see his Rainiers finish things out, hopefully in Memphis, for the Pacific Coast League title. Jose Castro now managing that ball club when Darren came up back in August to replace Don Wakamatsu. Here's Jose Lopez, and he takes a strike going 1. Jose with a double down the left field line against Buchholz back in the second. Ball 1, 1-1. Big plans for the off day tomorrow, Mike? Nope. That's what I consider big plans. Nothing. Ground ball to third, bobbled but recovered by Beltre. Toss across, and the ball game is over. Red Sox win Game 3, 5-1 to complete a 3-game sweep over the Mariners. Clay Buchholz, outstanding, Mike. 7 very strong innings, gave up only the 1 run.
And again, we'll go back to the second inning of this game. The Mariners second and third walk away with no run. Second, third, and nobody out. Can't score. Let Buchholz off the hook when he was really pitching well. Had a chance to do some more damage, some couldn't do it, and then they end up with the 1 run tonight. So, and by the way, David Pauly pitched well in the game today. Really, we knew coming in that Buchholz was going to be tough. Pauly was going to have to match him, and he did just that. So, nice outing for David Pauly.
Quality start, 6 innings for David Pauly. Gave up 2 runs, but only 1 was earned. But once again, no offense for the Mariners. Only the 1 run on the home run by Russell Branyan. So the Red Sox win it. complete the sweep with a 5-1 decision over the Mariners this afternoon here at Safeco Field. Remember, the off day tomorrow. Mariners taking on the Rangers right here at Safeco on Friday night. Let's go out to center field to Brad Adam and Bill Kruger.
All right, Rick.